Hi, I'm Dan Hess, owner of Hess's Affordable Wood Floor Service. We're based out of Flint, Michigan. Been making ugly floors beautiful since 2008. So, today we're going to talk about screen sanding and recoating and whether or not it's good for your floor. We'll go over some of the other points like how much it costs, how long it takes for the process, and what is it going to do basically for your floor. So first of all, hi. It's nice to see you here, and if you're watching this video, it means that you're actually interested in having your hardwood floors done, and you've found the right place. So in my experience with hardwood floors, there's either two different types of service. There's complete sand and refinish for floors that are got damage that go beyond the finish in the floor, or maybe there's repairs that have to be done to the floor, which mean we'll have to sand them down and refinish them. Now, also, if you want to do a color change, which is different than a color correction, I'll go over that in a minute, then basically we would have to sand your hardwood floors back to bare wood for that also. Buckling, pet stains, water stains, things like that can also lead to needing a complete sand and refinish. So, if your floors are starting to show signs of wear and they are ready to be maintained, or they're super hard to clean, they always seem hazy, they always attract dirt, they always seem dull, then you're probably a candidate for a screen sand and recoat service. So first of all, you give us a call. We come out. An estimate is absolutely free. We'll assess your floor and let you know which way we think you should go with it and why we feel that way. And I always give upfront pricing right then and there on the spot. I will tell you how much a job is going to cost you, and I never change my price, even if I have to eat it, and I really mean that. So with a screen sand and recoat service, say your floor's got scratches, it's got scuffs, you've been using shine enhancers or waxy cleaners that build up over time, and the waxy cleaners and the shine enhancers, like I said, they'll build up the wax over time, and what happens then is it starts to attract dirt and whatever else falls on the floor. It gets ground into it. It can discolor the floor. It can, in some cases I see where they turn black because of the wax, and really all you're trying to do is find that miracle in a bottle so that your floors look nice for everybody. And really that's just a Band-Aid fix. And over time, it will make your floors look worse. Trust me. I see it all the time. So the process of screen sanding and recoating, also known buff and coat, we come out, we will, basically we take a floor buffer with a 220 grit screen on it, and we remove a layer off the top of your floor's finish. So that's going to get rid of the minor scratches, it's going to get rid of the scuffs, it's going to get rid of the waxy buildup. It's going to abrade your floor with small abrasions, micro abrasions, so that when we actually come to coat your floor, it has something to adhere to. Okay, that's very important. You can't just take a layer of polyurethane, throw it on the floor, and expect it to stick. It's not going to happen. It's going to flake. It's going to scale. It's going to rise. It's not going to look right. Trust me. Okay, so there is no quick fix, no miracle in a bottle, but we do have a solution that is actually very fast. It's dust free. It's odor free. It's guaranteed results that are going to protect your floor and restore its lost luster for years to come. Okay, so that's a little bit better than a miracle in a bottle that's just going to basically ruin your floor. So if you have weak or failing finish in your floor, and you notice that some areas are starting to become more wore down, or you're starting to notice these things, you probably should have this service done pretty soon, because if not, what's going to happen is your floor's finish is its only protection. So basically, without that protection, that wood's going to be damaged by moisture, water, dirt, you name it. It's going to get in that floor, and it's going to start discoloring it. And what I call that is wood rust. It basically will turn your floor black. If you have a sliding glass door or an area in your house where the people come in and out in a doorway, and you look down and you see where it's starting to get black in the grain, then you see what's happening is that finish is actually wearing off, and it's time to have a maintenance done on it, or else it's just going to spread and it's going to be more costly to you in the end. Okay, so the buff and coat service, it's pretty cool. I love it, and I know my customers love it. And if you have us do it for you, you're going to love it too. Okay, so the process is pretty fast. Actually, we come in, we buff sand the floor, we get it all cleaned up, then we put down 2 coats of commercial grade water-based polyurethane. You get to choose the shine. So if you want it to be satin, semi-gloss, high gloss, even matte, we can do that for you too, which is like matte's like no shine at all. High gloss is straight up bowling alley. Most people like to go with satin because it shows the least amount of imperfections and it still has a nice shine to it, okay? So basically, once we do the process and your floors look beautiful, it's usually 1 to 2 hours, depending on a few different factors like heat, the humidity. 1 to 2 hours, you can walk on it again in your socks. Okay, 24 hours after that second coat, you can put your furniture back. There's no harmful smell, not like in the old days when everybody used oil-based polyurethane and it smelled up your house and you had to stay off the floors for a week. It's nothing like that anymore. So with dogs, depending on the size of the dog and how rambunctious they are, we ask people to try to keep their dogs off the floors for about 72 hours. But relatively quick. I mean, we can come in the morning, we can buff sand your floor, we can get it cleaned up, we can get the coats put on it, and basically have you walking back on your floors again in your socks by dinner time. Usually, for sure, almost every time. I mean, if you have a crazy amount of square footage, it may take us a little bit longer. Or if you have color corrections, which is the thing I mentioned earlier, then that might take a little bit longer also. So a color correction, say you have dark floors, some of the areas in the floors are lighter than others, or you have areas where the color is missing. We can come in there and we can try to correct that with our own system that we use and make them look a lot better. They're never going to be perfect like a complete sand and a new stain and all the polyurethane and doing a complete sand on it. But if you want them to look better, which they will, this is color corrections can be a good thing for you also, okay? If you want your floors to be just a little bit darker, we can also add a tint and darken them up for you. So as far as the prices go, it's $1.50 a square foot. This is very upfront pricing, okay? $1.50 a square foot. That includes the buff sand, the cleaning, 2 coats of commercial grade polyurethane. If you want to add a color correction, that's 50 cents more for a square foot. If you want to do an extra coat on your floor, that's 50 cents more a square foot. This service is also perfect for people who are, say you just bought a house or you're selling your house and you want to get your floors back in shape to put it on market. $1.50 a foot to make your floors look almost like new again. Hey, who could beat it, right? So that's basically it in a nutshell. Like I said, there is no miracle in a bottle, quick solutions. You get the buff and coat service, or even if you get a complete sand and refinish with us, the polyurethane that we use is meant to be self-maintaining. And by that, I mean you don't have to use shine enhancers. You don't have to use the chemicals like or the soaps or whatever on your floor, like Murphy's Oil Soap, Mop and Glow, Future Shine, none of that stuff. Basically, the maintenance on them is very simple. You just dust mop them once a week. Then you just damp mop them with a little bit of vinegar and water, and just lightly damp mop them, and they're going to maintain that luster for years and years to come. And as far as the guarantee that we offer with our customers, we offer a 5-year guarantee on the finishes that we put on your floor against peeling, flaking, and scaling. Okay, so we're pretty confident that when we come in there, we're going to do a more permanent solution, not just a band-aid. And we try to keep it affordable for you. But after all, my name of my company is Hess's Affordable Wood Floor Service. So, give us a call. We'll come out. We'll take a look at your floors. It's absolutely free to have us out. We'll come up with a game plan. If you need a complete sand and refinish, we'll give you a good deal on that also. We also install hardwood floors, baseboards, trim. We do flush mount floor vents, reducers, transitions. If it's for a hardwood floor, we do it. So give us a call. We'd love to hear from you, and we'd be happy to come out, and can't wait to meet you. Thank you so much for watching this video. I really do appreciate it, and I hope that you have an awesome day, and look forward to hearing from you. Bye-bye.